So think if you're sitting in a room with women. I worked with all women when I was an elementary school teacher. Always. Every day at lunch, every day in meetings. You sit there as a guy, they can gab for hours about anything and you don't even know what the heck they're talking about. Women are talking all the time. So in texting, so many guys come to me and say, how do you get women to text you so much? And the reason I do is because it's natural for women to talk a lot. It's not natural for women to be really short and be cold and all that. But what happens is if you're sharing your feelings like we're growing up told to do, so you did nothing wrong, you just got fed bad information. If you're sharing your feelings, then you're sharing the feminine trait. You're doing the feminine essence right now. You're sharing all of your emotions. That leaves no choice for the girl on the other side but to balance out your feminine energy with masculine energy. So she becomes the leader. She becomes the one that decides, nope, we're not going to go out, we are. She becomes the one that tells you what to do. So many relationships these days, like, the motto is now, happy wife, happy life. Like, women run the show. And the thing is, women don't want to run the show. They want a man to run the show. However, they want a man to do it. They don't want a feminine man to do it. So if guys are learning these traits growing up, and now you're showing these traits to women, they're like, what the heck? And so women naturally just have to go the opposite way, and they have to get into their masculine, harder shell, which they don't want to be in. Girls just want to have fun. I was like the poster boy for being a nice guy. I love that. I like wore that as a crown. But I realized that the nice guy was just the feminine guy. Because I was like one of the girls. She would treat me like a friend, you know? Friend zone, you get treated like a woman. That's the friend zone. I was being feminine. So when a woman meets a man that has like direction, he's positioned himself like a man, he's not, chasing after a girl, he's chasing after a goal in life, then she goes, oh, there's a man I can trust. I can follow him. So now she comes after you. It's totally a different mindset. But once you start to immerse yourself in that mindset, you'll start to see how easy it really is just by changing some things. Because when you change these things, it's going to be natural for you because you are a man. You might have been raised with a lot of feminine qualities since the earliest ages, whether you had a single mom or you grew up in grade school where most of your teachers are probably women. And then you hear from all your girl friends that tell you, oh, you just be yourself, tell her how you feel, blah, blah, blah. No wonder you might have some feminine traits. It's not your fault, but now, if you're being presented with the chance to learn masculine traits and you decide not to, now I would say, well, you made that decision to not try this new way. But this new way, the masculine way, will feel so natural to you, it will be easy to do because you are a man. The reason this works is because it goes back on, I've studied like the history of the brain. I studied relationships for the longest time. But when I started teaching kids, I would learn all this stuff about like early childhood psychology. Then it got me into other stuff, NLP and all. I was learning all this stuff about the brain to learn how to teach better, how to reach kids' brain and get them to absorb information quicker. And that's when I really got good at this stuff because I started taking all of the stuff I learned about dating and I would infuse it with the stuff I knew about the brain. And then you start to realize that when men act like men, women naturally in their brain, it gets flipped and they become, they can act like a real woman again. A real woman who will open up to you. They'll tell you how much they missed you, that will appreciate you.